As someone who grew up with the Chinese culture, I often couldn't quite understand the Buddhism concept of not feeling attached to anything, of detaching with everything, releasing everything, really. Because I couldn't feel really that it would be the only way for our soul journeys. And I feel like after going through all this journey of personal development and in life and spirituality, I feel that I can finally arrive to a level of understanding of what I would see as the soul's journey, really, in life and, maybe beyond. What I see is that while there are phases of life or even lifetimes that we might be meant to purge, to let go of what no longer serves us, and to detach from things that no longer align with us, I feel that there is another side of the aspect of the soul's growth and journey that is about expansion. Because what I feel is that when we are letting go, we are purging, etc. Okay, we are cleansing our energies, right? However, how do we actually grow? Because if we just stay without any attachment, without anything really happening in our lives, even, then we are not really growing. So, what I feel is that there are two things. And one thing is about purging, letting go, and detaching after the situation experience no longer serves us. And then the other side is actually to get ourselves into experiences that helps our soul to actually grow and expand and learn more. So, for example, this concept of falling in love, which in Buddhism, like at least, from what I have learned, the things that I have been exposed when I grew up. For example, series, like TV series. There were so many TV series about, oh, I cannot fall in love. Like falling in love, the attachment is not good. Like I cannot like be participating in it. But then, people like even spirits fall in love and then they get punished. And then they have to reincarnate in these cycles to learn through suffering that attachment is not good. But what I feel that it's getting confused in this concept is that through attachment, attachment, it is true that it leads to suffering. But it doesn't really mean that we shouldn't get ourselves into experiences, because we get into experiences so that we can learn. Like we can even learn what it means to love one another. Because how do we actually get to feel it if we are just in our corners meditating all the time, if we are not really experiencing the human connections? But there is this beauty to it that when we are in situations that might not be perfect, like relationships are often not perfect, and we might even hurt each other in the process. Learning to navigate through it and still learning about love through it, learning about light through it, is what helps us grow. So what happens is that our soul goes through these journeys of growth, of expanding, of learning. And at the same time, because we also learn patterns that are unhealthy because we have bad experiences, traumas, and etc. Then we, after expanding on it all, if we want to expand even more, then we also need to heal, to purge. And, not necessarily purge as, just grab this energy and throw it away. Kind of thing, oh, this hurt, ciao, bye. But actually, another part is to transmute the energy, the patterns that we learn from into wisdom. So, how can we grow from learning if we refuse to learn from a painful experience, for example? Like, for example, let's say that I have boyfriend or husband that hurted me deeply. And I could just purge it out, like, oh, this pain doesn't resonate with me anymore. Ciao, bye. Or I can transmute it by understanding, like, oh, what actually compelled him to hurt me? Why did I stay in a relationship in which I got hurt? And then slowly I learned from the experience. I transmute it into something more, something deeper. And now I carry this wisdom with me. And now the next time I encounter a relationship, I don't need to avoid it. I just need to, face it with what I already learned, which helps me navigate through it better. So there is this, in astrology, we have the sign of Scorpio, the eighth house, which is the sign where we go through the shadow work, really. We dive deeply into the human psyche. And what's curious is this is also one of the houses of a big emphasis on relationships. Because if in the seventh house, the house of Libra, we are starting to acknowledge the other person, which is opposed to Aries, like the sign of self, right? So in Libra, we start to acknowledging the other and what it means to have an equal relationship, equal partnership. In the sign of Scorpio, we are actually diving deeper, like what it means to have intimacy. And when we have intimacy with other people, then we are like bringing in those subconscious patterns that can only surface within the container of a relationship. So now things come up, and now this is the true challenge of what it means to be spiritual, because it's easy to sit in the corner and meditate and let go of things. But another thing is like, how spiritual can you actually still be when you are facing your own triggers in the relationship, or when the other person is getting triggered and now you feel triggered as well? Like, how can you navigate through it? How can you learn with it? And when you go through the darkness from the Scorpio sign, you can move into the next sign, the sign of Sagittarius, which is the sign of the light, the spirituality, wisdom. And you can only have this wisdom because you went through the darkness, really. So, to me, what makes sense is that spiritually, we are on this journey of constant growth and purging and healing. So I cannot fully see it like as the Buddhist way, at least how it was portrayed in, for example, the TV series, in medias and etc. That it is life, it's just about purging. I do feel that maybe ultimately when we reach enlightenment and experienced everything and learn with everything, then because we are already fulfilled, like our tummies metaphorically are full, then we finally feel detached with the mundane things, because we no longer feel the need to attach ourselves, because now we are having this bigger understanding. But we often cling to different life experiences because we deep down feel a level of hunger, of growth, that we want to learn something from this experience. So we want to experience something within a certain situation. So that's why we get ourselves over and over again in different kind of situations. And when we finally overcome the situations, what happens is that we often feel detached from it. It's like playing a video game. After playing the video game, okay, if I really love the video game, I might play it more and more. But ultimately, I will one day start to, not being so interested in it, I will feel more detached from it. So I never really agreed with the idea that, we just need to detach from everything, we'll learn to detach from everything. But actually, if there is something that is, appealing to me, then maybe the least I could do is to first understand, why am I really feeling pulled towards this or this person, this situation? And then also allow myself to experience it in the best way possible so that I can, learn and get the most from this experience, and therefore learn and have more wisdom, have more growth. So I hope that this video can be, I don't know, entertaining or like enlightening in a way, or yeah, maybe you also have your own beliefs that you might want to share. If you do, you can share it in the comment section. And yeah, let me also know what you think or feel about this. And yeah, my name is Monica, and let's stay tuned.